Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. And for the Milwaukee Bucks, they come into tonight's game after the loss to the Celtics. And that does your confidence, guys, no favor. They got manhandled in that one. It wasn't pretty.
And missing your free throws usually changes the complexion of a game. Certainly did in that one.
You know this. Nothing gets a crowd into the game more than a bunch of missed free throws. That's one of the worst things you can do on the road.
First team foul.
And Greg, as we near the end of the regular season, some call these the dog days of the year. Winning teams ready for the playoffs, and the lottery teams sometimes ready to call it a day.
Yeah, well, a lot of teams still have something to play for, whether it's fighting to make the playoffs or seeding. These games do count.
Clock is at 3. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo.
That's his second personal
That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
And he needs to get himself under control here. That's 2 fouls in less than 60 seconds.
That is Paul George, the incredible vertical and the unbelievable creativity.
Left side, Portis. Puts the move on. Paul George with the steal. Milwaukee with the rebound.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
And we all know what George brings offensively, but it's his ability as a defender that stands out. Great instincts to make plays on that end of the floor.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Bucks.
LA
And it's
foul.
Norman Powell with the foul.
Norman Powell.
That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
On the wing, Holiday. Buries the long-range jumper. And with Paul George in his defense, Greg, you almost forget how great of an impact it makes.
He just kind of flies under the radar with his defensive play. I mean, this guy could be considered for the Defensive Player of the Year almost every year. One of the more disruptive forces on that end of the floor.
Boy, the offensive flow just isn't there right now. 1 for 5 to start the game.
And now running up the court, Leonard pushing it up. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, that's about recognizing a transition opportunity when it presents itself. Nice job by Kawhi Leonard.
Here's Middleton. No good there. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. This game against Milwaukee here, it's their first look at the Bucks.
Yeah, and last year it didn't matter whether it was on the home or on the road. They failed to take a game from either of the two meetings.
You know, they may have lost some confidence coming off those losses last year. They know their roster is similarly talented. You wonder if that provides extra motivation in this matchup this season.
2 minutes remaining in the
Here is Matthews. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Shot clock at 6. Middleton left side. Shoots over Powell. Goes back up. Back to Holiday. The shot by Middleton. Wide open.
Chris Middleton.
Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
And he gets one to fall, and now 1 out of his first 4.
Pass to Hartenstein. Now here's Leonard. Lopez covering. George with no one around. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. George has got 5.
Call timeout.
Well, Paul George says, I can answer with my own big-time three-point shot. Go to work, PG.
And the Bucks decide to take their first time out here. And Doris, we know that Paul George has always been a solid passer, but his assist numbers have been trending up.
Yeah, he's been willing of late to take on more playmaking responsibilities. The skill set was there. It's just early in his career, they needed him to be the lead scorer. Now you're talking about a guy you've got to game plan against as a scorer and as a passer.
Bucks trail by 3. Here's Antetokounmpo. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. There's the foul against the Clippers.
At the line for 2.
And Greg, Giannis is such a handful on the offensive end. You know, teams have no choice but to foul him.
And it is hard because Giannis knows how to create contact. And refs have started to give him the benefit of the doubt. He'll be getting double-digit free throw attempts for a long time.
Now, here is George. He's got 5. Clippers moving the ball around. And another 3 for the Clippers.
But you love how Paul George gets his feet under him first on these catch and shoot. His pre-shot routine is so important.
Pass to Matthews. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
The assist.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Here's Zubac. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Holiday. And that one is off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Norman.
And, you know, you have to feel terrible about how that thing turned out. I mean, the game was really going about as expected until they just gave up that huge surge there late in the game, totally lost momentum, and ended up losing that.
Pass to Zubac. And here's George for 3. Nailed from three-point land. George has got 11 points.
Consistent shooter from outside the arc. Paul George is terrific at finding space when he needs to get a shot off.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And we'll be right back after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Los Angeles.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
And what passing we've seen from this group already, too. They could put up a big number in the assist column by the end of this one.
Poked away. Powell with the steal. Inside. Here's Covington. That shot is off. Excellent D there from Allen. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, with the addition of Jrue Holiday, this Bucks team has gotten even better. Giannis Antetokounmpo said, "We've got a lot of talent and great players." I really believe in this group. As long as we stay healthy, we'll find a way to compete every night and give ourselves a chance. Guys?
David, they're stacked, that's for sure. Thanks. To the middle. Covington with the bucket. Covington's got the lead back up to 6 now for the Clippers. After a whistle, we often see players demanding their coach challenge the call. Greg, were there plays you wish you could have challenged in your career?
Oh, goodness, absolutely. But the game was just so different back then, and we had other ways of resolving issues and letting the refs know when we maybe didn't appreciate a call.
Back to Giannis. Pass to Nora. Here's Connaughton. Allen outside. Down low. Shot clock at 5. No good from Connaughton.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Now, here's George. Back to Powell. And here's George. Pass to Covington. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And it's George finishing it off.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
And it's 6'7" with a 7'2" wingspan. Robert Covington, Greg, comfortable guarding power forwards.
Well, he's accustomed to it. In high school, he was the same height, but only weighed 170 pounds. Even then, his coach said he was weak, but he wasn't soft.
Los Angeles leading by 10.